what we've noticed, or what I noticed, is anytime Dogecoin makes headlines, the stock drops, like plummets every single time. For example, when it first started shooting up, it was kind of just all like, okay, cool. Everybody who knew about Doge knew about Doge. And then once they started saying, oh, 420 is going to be Doge Day, it didn't do what it was supposed to do.
You are experiencing the Learned on Accident podcast. Listen, laugh, and learn on accident with Colmis and Johanse.
What's up, everybody? This man woke me up too early. So here we are on Learning on Accident, where your host, Colmis, aka Kakara, and Johanse are talking on accident, learning on accident. And I woke up on accident.
Hi, everybody. Like he said, Johanse runs Beyonce starts with a Y here. And I guess today, the main thing we got to talk about, I don't trade any of these cryptos, man, but apparently everybody's talking about it and Coleman has got the inside scoop. So what do you got to tell me about this stuff? What's going on with your crypto trades, man?
So right now, if anybody's been in the crypto market, I don't know if this is just because I was late to the party, but it feels like the last month, I'd say, has just been a breakout time for crypto, to where, everyone feels like it's the wild, wild west. We're all searching for the next Bitcoin, and the coin to talk about, Dogecoin, has made like headlines everywhere. So
it just feels manufactured, dude. Like, I mean, if you got news here, news there on some fictitious, like I'm just not trying to jump on bandwagons, bro.
And I understand it, because exactly like you're saying, one thing with crypto is what we've noticed, or what I noticed, is anytime Dogecoin makes headlines, the stock drops, like plummets every single time. For example, when it first started shooting up, it was kind of just all like, okay, cool. Everybody who knew about Doge knew about Doge. And then once they started saying, oh, 420 is going to be Doge Day, it didn't do what it was supposed to do. Maybe a week or so after, it shoots up. The second this thing gets hyped up for SNL, everybody's like, oh, it's going to go to $1. It literally like evaporates. I mean, it drops almost, I think it went up to a high of 78 and dropped down to, I think I want to say 41 or 39.
SNL did a skit about it?
Yeah, so what happened was it started gaining more attention, and like Elon Musk, Mark Cuban kept hyping it up. So Elon Musk went on SNL and he was all like, I'm the Doge father. That was kind of the hype around it. So everybody's thinking, oh, once it hits, mainstream SNL, it's going to go crazy. Wrong. I didn't watch the skit, so I don't even watch SNL. Sorry. No slight to SNL.
I catch the highlights. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly. If it's funny, it'll find me. So essentially, he goes on there, he talks about Doge through skits, and literally this thing plummets. I mean, plummets. It looked like Enron right now. So these things are incredibly, incredibly volatile. Like a lot of the things that people are worried about are pump and dumps, where people just set up a coin to get it pumped, then dump it and move on. Just kind of like penny stocks, So it's like if you get in on something that has like 6 or 7 decimals before it hits a cent, $20 can get you $1 million worth of that coin. So if it goes up to like 5 or 4 decimal points, you're sitting on a hefty chunk of change. It's just finding going to do that.
Yeah. It's literally modern day get rich quick schemes.
Literally modern day get rich quick scheme and crypto version of penny stocks.
Man, I don't even like the terms behind it. None of the jazz. Like, okay, let's say today in 2021, let's say there's a million different ways to make $1 million, right? I don't see this as one of the ways that I want to make $1 million. Like, I don't want to, I instantly bought into this thing that was fictitious, but no, it's real. Look, Mark Cuban's talking about it. And now I have this million, and now I'm going to put this million towards. It's like, I want to make money serving my purpose. And I know that sounds super cliche when everybody's saying that crap, but I know there's ways I'm going to make money in the future. And if they're not tied to me being authentically who I am, I don't really want it. And this sounds too much like a get rich quick scheme to where you could make 10, 20 million, $1 billion through this, Coleman's. And I promise you, you wouldn't have me right behind you trying to jump on this train because I know there's other trains I'm going to be riding.
And I get that, it's I completely get it. So my whole view is the risk to the reward. So it's like, okay, if you're going to trade anyways, there's more upside on the crypto side, and the barrier of entry is hilariously lower. So, for example,
Mm-hmm.
a penny stock still costs a penny, correct?
Yeah.
These cryptos are literally worth like trillions or more under the penny. So
Mm-hmm.
$20 worth of penny stocks might get you what, let's say a couple hundred shares, right? A
Yeah.
couple 100,000, whatever. These cryptos, same $20, even though it's arbitrary, is going to get you 4 or 5 million of this coin. And they, a lot of the ones, like if you do some research or you catch the wave, if they're sitting at like 7 or 8 zeros and there's some hype behind them, it's worth it to me to putting $20 in. It gets to 4 zeros and you cash out your winnings. Like, it's worth it to me. It's a low, like
True.
at the end of the day, you're gonna spend $20 on food, gas, something irrelevant. That money is gonna get spent. So if you're gonna do that, I'd rather spend it on something with a higher ROI. Like, I just
Not
don't
we
think
all.
crypto is a point or something we can ignore anymore, because I was on the same thing you were in 2017. Like, people were talking about Bitcoin. This was back when Bitcoin was $1,500. First time I heard about it. I was like, all right, I'll put $20 in. And it started making headlines. It had its first big crash. And I was kind of like, see, fast forward 3 or 4 years later, that same Bitcoin I didn't want to get in is worth 30,000. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, I had the money to put in enough to where it would have been a sizable amount, but I wasn't being cognitive of how the world is changing.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, a lot of what I'm doing now is just off the pain of I literally ignored my instincts and didn't capitalize on, just the opportunity. So now I'm like, I don't want to make that same mistake again.
It's probably not going to sound new at all, but does it matter?
To who?
Like if you miss one opportunity to make $1 million, does it matter if you're going to make 1 million tomorrow?
Yes.
I don't know. I kind of, I don't feel that way. Like I feel like I've already seen myself as a philanthropist, as someone who has a lot of money and influences a lot of change. So missing $1 million today, when I know I'm going to have billions in the future, it's never affected me the same way that I hear you talk about, like, oh, I missed my opportunity. Like, I, I'll be knocking on doors already that I know I'm going to be knocking on that are amazing. And I don't beat myself up about the doors I didn't knock on because I'm going to be where I want to be.
And see, here's the thing. I agree with that statement, and I also agree with the fact that I'm not gonna turn down my Amazon Prime packages as they come to my house just because I know I get paid in 2 weeks. So
Mm-hmm.
like, I get it. I get it. I'm confident I'm gonna, make a lot of money, all that stuff, but I'm also like not going to turn down free money.
Yeah. There's a
Like,
thousand different things you could spend your time and money and resources doing. And
right. So my thing is so one of the things I learned is, you have to have focus, you have to spearhead things. Even if you're a serial entrepreneur, you've got to spring your first leak somewhere. You got to strike oil and then, distribute that into your other ideas. I made the mistake of having too many things as my main hustle. So fast forward now, everybody knows, yo, I'm a real estate agent and everything else comes after that. So
mm-hmm.
people are like, oh, but I have this thing, this opportunity. I'm like, yo, I don't even care. So that's when I agree with you on the whole, like, look, I don't care if your business is going to make me 7 billion tomorrow. I am focused on this. Stop talking to me.
You only have so much bandwidth.
Exactly. And people get caught up thinking that, oh, well, if I really want it, because all the memes I see on social media, I have to stretch my bandwidth to max. And it's like, you're literally worthless to yourself. You're working with a dull blade at that point. it makes more sense for you to hone in on one thing, do that, because that's your best shot if it's your, natural talent, God-given ability, or something in that scope,
Yeah. What are you honing in on right now, like today? What are some of your focuses you're going to be working on today?
Real estate. So I gotta take care of real estate, I have showings to do this weekend, just managing clients. And then the sequence of my day goes real estate stuff. Sometimes if I'm going to shoot some skits for social media, I'll do that. And right now I'm pretty much knee deep in one funnel away stuff. So it's going to be real estate, one funnel away. And then once I knock out the bulk of that, then I'll get into whatever else.
That's bomb. I'd say my focus today, I had a really big, I told you about this, I think earlier. I had a really big, like I blew up. And as far as my marketing piece yesterday, I didn't even know it. I've been blowing up for 2 days. I didn't check my ads, and I checked my ads. I had a bunch of traffic. And so I'm trying to figure out that piece of how to direct the traffic in a better way. But that's for another time, dude. Let's do that on a different episode where we talk about the one funnel away and traffic and what we got going on. So that's all we got for you guys today. Yeah. Yeah. Until next time. Peace. All right. We recording in this bitch. Do you have questions?
How's my audio right now?
Really shit. You sound like you're wrestling a tornado.
Not a tornado.